Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We are back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. You know the drill, so let's get into Druid, a class that has a lot of things going for it. You can choose whatever pet you like at level 1, you are a full spellcaster, and Wild Shape is a cool mechanic that keeps things interesting. I rank this class a B+. The disadvantage with Druid is their spellbook is worse than what you get with a sorcerer or a wizard. Also, unlike some other classes that use polymorph abilities, there's nothing here that buffs your natural attacks to make the shapes more powerful. It is worth pointing out that their spellbook gives you Bark Skin, which is fantastic for all your frontliners and essentially frees up a necklace slot. The first archetype is Blight Druid. You lose access to a pet, which is obviously a massive sacrifice. You lose the druid's bonus to saving throws against Fey and plants, which is not a big deal at all. You also lose poison immunity, which is also irrelevant since delayed poison communal is available early in the game. In exchange, you get Blight Bond, which allows you to choose from a list of domains including death and destruction. The problem with this is you don't get the full list of domains, just nature-related domains that the druid has access to. In my opinion, there's a list of 4 or 5 domains that are really the best in the game, and then there's a huge drop-off in the rest of the list. Blight Druids don't have access to any of the really stellar domains, so I don't see this option as useful. You also get Miasma, which forces nearby creatures to succeed at a fortitude save or become sickened. This ability can infect your party members, but creatures that resist it are immune for 24 hours. The DC is based on your wisdom score, which will be decent, but considering this class is more so built for frontline fighting, you are probably focusing on strength, so I feel like this ability becomes useless after Act 3, if not sooner. At level 9, you gain immunity to all diseases along with the sickened and nauseated effects. Very nice. Enemies love to throw those on you all the time. Finally, at level 19, enemies that strike you must pass a fortitude save or be stricken with the bubonic plague. I think this ability has the same DC issues that Miasma has. Overall, I give this class a D. Losing the pet is huge, the domains are not all that great, and more than likely your wisdom score isn't high enough to make the abilities worthwhile long term. I like the concept of this class, but there are much better options. Next is the Defender of the True World. You somewhat lose the ability to convert spells into summoning spells, but we'll cover that more in a bit. You also lose the saving throws against plants, but again this isn't a big deal. Finally, you lose poison immunity, which again is irrelevant. In exchange, you get Enemy of the Fey, which provides a +2 bonus on weapon attacks and damage against Fey creatures. This also gives you the ability to summon creatures, but they cannot be Fey, so the list is reduced. Despite this, you still have summoning options all the way up through level 9. Starting at level 3, this class provides a morale bonus of up to +4 to attack and damage rolls for their pet and any summoned creatures. The attack bonus doesn't matter much since you should be running heroism for your team, but the bonus to damage is definitely nice. Finally, at level 9, you gain immunity to the mind-affecting effects of Fey. I give this class a C. They are not nearly as prominent in this game as they were in Kingmaker, and that really hurts this class. The only thing it provides that I would say is consistently useful is the +4 morale bonus to damage for your pets and summons. That's cool, but bottom line, this class is a solution in search of a problem. Next on the list is Drovier. You lose the ability to select a domain and instead must select a pet at level 1. No loss there. You also completely lose the ability to use Wild Shape, which is definitely a big blow to the class. In exchange, you get Communal Aspect, which allows you to place a variety of buffs on the entire party. At level 20, you can use this ability at will. I give this class a B-. If you are picking Druid for the spellbook and have no intention of using Wild Shape, then this obviously works for you. Personally, I think Wild Shape gives Druid more depth that isn't replicated by Communal Aspect. More importantly, as I mentioned before, the Druid spellbook is weaker than its counterparts, so I don't think a strictly caster Druid really helps you. Next up is Elemental Rampager. You lose the ability to choose a domain or gain a pet, which is again obviously a massive loss. You also lose the Fey and Plant saving throw bonus along with immunity to poison. Again, neither of these are big losses. In exchange, you get an additional claw attack that steadily increases in damage as you level up. You also get Rampage, which, with a standard action, provides a bonus of up to +5 on attack and damage rolls made with natural weapons. At level 4, you gain bonus elemental resistance and damage to your natural attacks based on an element you select. I rank this class a B-. Losing the pet makes this a worse option than Druid. At the same time, if you want to focus on the polymorphing aspect of Druid, this is probably the best class to do that with. Next is Feyspeaker. You lose the ability to spontaneously cast summoning spells, which is no huge loss since they are just fodder. You also lose some of your wild shape forms, and wild shaping in general is delayed. So you gain Wolf at level 6 instead of level 4, Leopard at level 8 instead of level 6, so on and so forth. In exchange, you gain Fey Magic, which, at several different levels, allows you to choose one enchantment or illusion spell from the wizard spell list. It also changes your spellcasting attribute to Charisma instead of Wisdom. I give this class an A. You lose summoning, but who cares? And your wild shape is only delayed, you still gain most of the important ones over time. Being able to add 8 crowd control spells from Wizard really helps to shore up the Druid's weaker spellbook. Quick note before we review Primal: if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate you subscribing and hitting the like button. This information tells me which content the channel is enjoying and helps my videos spread to more people. I really appreciate all of the support. Last on the list is Primal Druid. You lose the ability to select whatever pet you want, and instead, you must choose a dinosaur. I personally do not like the dinosaur options, but a pet is a pet, so this isn't too bad. You also lose the +2 bonus to lower nature checks, along with the Fey and plant saving throw bonus, which isn't a big deal. In exchange, you gain Primal Size, which places Enlarged Person into the Druid spellbook and allows you to cast it by converting a stored spell. Over time, your bonuses from using this spell increase up to a +6 size bonus to Strength and Constitution. In my opinion, this isn't useful, because any team worth its salt will have access to legendary proportions. That will provide a +6 size bonus to Strength, a +4 size bonus to Constitution, and a +6 bonus to natural armor, which will stack with enhancement bonuses to your natural armor. That is clearly the better option, so this Druid ability doesn't do anything for you. I rank this class a C, because I don't see any reason you should take it outside of maybe wanting to do a Neanderthal run. That wraps up my rankings for Druid and all of its archetypes. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.